There's always that lingering question if the defending champion can really do it, can really defend what's theirs. But when it comes to the Greensboro Day basketball team and the HACO Invitational, I don't think there is any doubt. Coming off a 34-point victory, looking to build that momentum in the semis against Page, and they did just that, although Page's Jordan Williams able to get to the rack for the layup on the early fast break. The Bengals respond quickly, though. Austin Inge finds Carson McCorkle from deep off the inbounds play, but the Pirates did hang around early on. Xavier Whitney Taylor drives to the hole and finishes with the nice layup. Greensboro Day, though, just too much. Some quick passing, and McCorkle over to Inge once more for three, and the Bengals advance to the finals with a big 78-48 victory. But who will the Bengals face in the finale? The winner between Smith and Northwest. And to start, Golden Eagles Silas Mason feeds this over to Jules Hargrove from downtown. Northwest did respond, though, and quite often, as Christian Hampton hits Shar Morris in stride for the easy bucket. Mason was back at it, though, with the assist over to Jordan Williams, who also hits the corner triple. These two teams went back and forth the entire game as Northwest's Dean Reiber in the paint for two, and it's the Vikings who advance to the title game 51-42 to take on Greensboro Day tomorrow evening. The women were also in action earlier today, and the championship is set between the 1 and 2 seed as Northwest Guilford and Ragsdale will go head-to-head tomorrow as well. The tip-off for that championship game is at 5:30 p.m.